Hey guys, Kev here, and well, I think it's time for some rapid reviews, baby. So this is the Quiet Carry Drift. This is the L, which stands for large. If you want to see my full video on this, I did do an unboxing. I have reviewed the Drift in the past a bunch of times, so I didn't feel the need for, multiple full-length type videos. I hit a lot of points in that unboxing. Basically, the bottom line is this is still one of the best EDC knives you can get, okay? The original Drift is just as good, and it just depends on the size you like in your life. If you want to everyday carry something smaller, more pocketable, maybe you have smaller hands or you just don't do tasks that require anything larger, then the regular size Drift is perfect for you to carry every day. If you have larger hands or you have tasks that require a little bit more cutting edge, then the Drift L is for you. And the reason I say these are the best EDCs is simple. They're made with Vanex Super Clean, which is rust-proof steel. Well, essentially, rust-proof steel. They make the the steel insert out of LC200N, which is also a rust-proof steel. They use marine-grade titanium, I believe, on the hardware, and then some kind of marine-grade steel, I think, on the clip. It's all rust-proof is what it comes down to. There's phosphor bronze washers in there, so that cannot rust either. This entire knife is rust-proof. If you go back to when the quiet carry knives first started coming out, they would people would do rust tests, put them in water with salt for months or weeks or whatever, and these just did not rust. So it's the perfect EDC knife because Vanex is such a good steel to use, right? It has edge retention, I'd say like S45EN, S35EN, a little bit better than that maybe. It's tough enough. It's pretty tough, and then it's corrosion resistant to no end. So it's a fantastic steel to have in your pocket all the time, especially if you live in coastal environments or very humid environments like me, or, you just want to make sure you never have to worry about it. Maybe you're a sweaty dude, right? Like I am. And then you just don't have to worry about rusting your knife. You don't have to worry about washing it off after everything you do. I mean, that's something I do. I cut open an icy pop for my kid. I wash it. I cut open, this bag of whatever. I wash it. There's just no end to having to wash it. With this, you don't have to. You can wait till the end of the day and then wipe it down just because it's dirty. You don't have to, but just because it's dirty, you might want to clean it, right? Just to be, hygienic. But you don't have to because it's rust-proof. It's an amazing steel. It's an amazing knife. And then you add that to the beautiful ergonomics and aesthetic of the Drift, and you just have a winner all around. They did just launch the Waypoint LC, so now they have a large contoured Waypoint, which they seem to be dropping those and then dropping large versions of the regular thickness. So they now have the Drift. They have the Drift G10. They have the Drift LC, which is large contoured, and now they have the Drift L. Now, the large contoured, I believe, is in 20 CV. This is the same as the original Drift in Vanex Super Clean. So there's a difference there. And then I don't know if the Waypoint's got the same kind of breakdowns. But, the Chicago screws, it's just such a classic design to me at this point. The short wire clip, it's iconic. This knife is iconic in the knife world, I think. You have super comfortable ergonomics in hand. You have a absolute laser beam. I got to cut a few things with this, and it is just no match, or I should say nothing is a match for this. I'm pretty sure they kept the blade stock the same, yet they made the blade taller. So this thing just comes down to an even thinner edge. And it was already one of the sliciest knives I'd had. The action on it is butter. Look at that. This was out of the box like this. with barely any play. I tighten that down. Now there's none, and it does this. It'll break in beautifully. The detent is money. You can slow roll it if you like. Thumb flick it. Thumb flick it if you like. Reverse flick it if you like. Shakes down. It's dead nut centered. I mean, it's hard to get washer knives this good, and they really, really show the manufacturing prowess that they have at this factory, which I believe is in Taiwan. So these are actually made in Taiwan, not China. That's important to some people. It has this cool lanyard loop on one side, so it doesn't ruin your aesthetic. On this knurled side, you just have it right there. One thing, I wish it was a reversible clip, but I kind of get why they don't do that. I'm sure they'll probably do a G10 version, large like they did in the small, and that will have the reversible clip, which is cool for us lefties. And there's not much else to say about the Drift Large. It is just fantastic. It's going to be one of the best EDC knives, just like its little brother. I think they're still relatively affordable. You're talking about Vanax, made in Taiwan, titanium, all rust-proof, right? So it's not just like basic materials. It's marine grade, everything. And I think they're $330 with this cool knurling on it. I would say that's an acceptable price for sure. So check it out. Drift Large. Thank you to Quiet Carry. They sent this my way to review. I'm going to get this back to them. Great people over there. Always appreciate them. They've supported the channel from way back before, I even had, I don't know. I don't even think I had like 100 subs when I first talked to them. Just really cool people, down to earth. They want honest opinions. And they just want people to enjoy their products. And I'll be honest, it's one of my favorite brands. It's the type of knives that I love to have in my pocket for actual use. I've probably had a Waypoint or Drift in my pocket for yard work more than anything else over the years. Which is, I think, an important statement, because I'm not somebody who's running around being the user guy, right? But these knives just give me that confidence, right? So there you go on that guy. Then we have the EDC Pulse OTF. So this is being released on Saturday, November 4th. This may already be out. I'm going to make sure I have my unboxing video up by the time that happens. But the rapid review here may come after. This is another fantastic offering from EDC. I'm going to be 100% honest. I was not that excited about this model. I'm not the biggest OTF guy. I do like certain OTFs. I love the idea of OTFs. I just never really keep them around, right? And when I saw this, I really wasn't the biggest fan of having a window, or I should say a hole on a knife that you can't use it on. This is not a deployment hole that you can flick or anything. You have a switch. And, sorry, my door opened randomly. You have a switch in titanium and a clip. And, yeah, I don't know. It just didn't catch my eye with the hole. I thought it might be better to just slim the whole thing down. The handle seemed a little bit wide for me. But then I realized if he just slimmed it down and did exactly what I was thinking, it would literally be a EDC Slenderman, which is a knife he kind of brought his company to market with. So I get it. Why make the same knife, right? And he kind of has a unique hole design that he has on 90% of his knives. So I think he's just trying to make sure he keeps that branding alive, right? And then I got it in hand, and it really changed my thinking on it. Because like I said, wasn't that excited about it. But once this got in my hand, it really is a seriously comfortable OTF. It fills the hand really well, but it doesn't feel fat or wide or anything. It just feels right in the hand. Then you have that really nice pattern milled in to this T6 6061 aluminum. It feels really, really good in the hand. That also translates over to this nice EMP style titanium clip. You have T8 hardware, stainless steel hardware, titanium switch. And then you have really nice lasered on logo right there. And the switch is damn near perfect. I don't really know what I would change. Depending on your hand size, obviously, it's going to be either perfect or maybe if you have huge hands, it's going to be a little small. But it really fits my large glove size hand really well. So my guess is anywhere from medium to XL is really going to enjoy this grip perfectly. My thumb lands back here. I just have to bend it back a little bit to get onto that jimping, which is really well done. And then it's over from there. It's really comfortable. It has a good snap to it in and out, but not a painful spring. So you guys might know Microtech. They're the leader in OTFs, basically, if you're looking at percentage, you know, and probably money coming in and whatever, right? Their switches are ungodly uncomfortable. They're so tough to cycle. And man, I swear after like 2 or 3 of these, I'm like, ugh. You know, I don't want to fidget with this thing anymore. I don't even want to carry it or use it because I'm afraid that what if my hand's wet one day, or what if I'm having a bad day and then I just can't get it out, right? Now, there's other brands that really do well with the switch. Guardian Tactical is going to be the number one, where they have ceramic balls under there. They have like a plate and it just glides on there and it feels amazing. This is damn close to that. I mean, it really is smooth, but not too strong. Like, it's got a great combination. It doesn't feel weak, and it doesn't feel like it's hurting my thumb. It's literally perfect. It's got the perfect balance in that sense, in my opinion. It operates vertically. It operates downward, which is important. I've had that fail in the past. It's got this shallow hollow grind, belt satin or stonewash, your choice. Magna cut at 62 to 64, and the price point starts at, I think, $260, $270. I think for an EMP EDC knife and Magna cut, that's pretty damn good. It is OEM by Best Tech, as I understand, and they did a really good job. My only 2 little gripes with the knife, this example here, the clip can slide a little bit. I did crank those down a little bit in the unboxing. I may be able to go further. I might be able to get that out, but it could just be this example. But I do want to just mention that ever so slightly there. And then this isn't actually a gripe, but that tip looks like it's trying to get me. It really does, but it doesn't. You can't even touch it. It's so weird. It must be because it's inside a track or something. I can't tell how that works. If there's a channel in there, I don't think there is. It's just that damn close. I think the machining is just so damn good on this that they pulled that off. But it looks like you could poke yourself. You just can't. So it's not a problem. It's just a thing I noticed and wanted to mention. It's really good looking. It's really good looking closed, right? For me, I prefer it closed. Once it's open, I don't love the hole. I just don't. I don't love this area either. I am a sheep's foot warnie guy, but not really these sheep's foot warnies. But that's okay. Not everything's going to be for everybody, you know what I mean, aesthetically. I think the knife is damn good and good enough that it wouldn't bother me if I had one, you know what I mean? The other thing I didn't mention is the cutting. Surprisingly good. You can watch my unboxing where I slice and dice some cardboard and maybe paper and other stuff, and this thing just destroys it. It's damn near a laser beam for being a short grind, and having this area up here, this thicker area, just blasts through. Nothing has changed since then. I've cut some cardboard, opened some packages. It has been an absolute beast. I don't quite understand why it's that good, but it is. So that's good to know for you guys who are probably questioning that, looking at it. It does cut really, really well. Now, of course, it's not going to cut like the drift we just looked at because you have a much taller grind, right? And thinner stock. It's just not going to be like that. But for what it is and what it looks like, it's very, very well done. So that is the EMP EDC Pulse OTF. I think that's going to be... Oh, I can talk about a couple Kaisers real quick. I have this variable Wharnecliffe, and it's a Dirk Pinkerton design, and this thing is amazing. It's really, really well done. I'm not a fixed blade guy. I'm not a tactical fixed blade guy. I'm not a tactical guy. But this is really cool. It has a little ring here, so you can put your finger right through there, and it really does lock you into a grip. So you could cut normally like this. You could go into a pinch grip like this and use it as a utility blade. And then you can obviously go into knuck mode and do some pokey stabby stuff, and it's comfortable that way too. It has an absolutely gorgeous handle on it. I mean, look at that. Just friggin' gorgeous. I love it. I really do. That weave carbon fiber is so underutilized in the community. Everybody wants fat carbon. This is the stuff right here. It's just a really cool blade. It's got this nice little sheath. You pop it in, and it's ready to go. And then when you need it, bang, right there. So that's the variable Wharnecliffe, and I really like that guy. Some of the other Kaisers that came in were the Ulttum Tousser K. I did a disassembly on this guy, so you guys will see that. This one's just been a little bit of a pain with this detent lash coming and going. And, it is what it is. It's well done. The pay is cool. I'm sure not all of them have detent lash. I just got unlucky, or I got early samples or something. But it's very cool that they pulled off the pay and polished it that well. The action's really good. This is on skiffs now, but the action was fantastic to begin with. And yeah, pretty straightforward. You guys know the Towser K. I said they should change the name to the Towser PEI. Okay, if you get the joke, get the joke. That's what the material is called in China. PEI. Towser PEI. All right. There's a button lock sheepdog they dropped. Not for me. This one's just not for me. I love the sheepdog. The ergos are fantastic. I don't love the button on this one. Again, I have detent lash. And then the reverse flick's fine. The spring's actually pretty good on it. But the thumb flick just kills this knife for me. It makes you hit this frame so hard, it's not even funny. If you flick that straight out, ow, you just smack that corner. I don't know why it's designed that way. Never had a problem with the original sheepdog. I think because of the button lock, they had to shift things forward. So this used to be back here, and you wouldn't have that problem, but now you do. So if you don't thumb flick, or you don't care, maybe you slow roll with your thumb, or you flick out only, you'll be fine. It is still cool, but that just kind of kills it for me personally. I feel like they've done this knife before, but maybe it's just a new version in the micarta. Is that possible? I don't know. And then I may do a separate full review on this just because I love it so much. This is the Kaiser Mercury, also dropping in November. And if you guys have seen my unboxing, if you've seen my live video, if you've seen my disassembly, this is my favorite Kaiser that they've ever made. Alex Berkowitz absolutely crushed this. This was 4 years in the making that he was working on this design, and it shows. It's very simple, yet absolutely detailed as hell, machined so well. I don't want to sit here and just gush about it again because I'll spend an hour on it. I just love it. Know that. Watch my other content on it and buy one of these. Just do it. Just buy it. It's $139. Buy it. Don't even question it. Just buy it, and then you can blame me later. What you're going to do is thank me, but blame me later if you don't like it. I'll link it down below. You can use my link. You can go use somebody else's link. I don't care, but just buy it. It's $139, and it's absolutely stupid for that price. To me, this feels legitimately like a $500 US-made CNC custom knife. I know some people are going to think I'm crazy. That's how I feel. It's that good. Okay? That's it. There you go. Rapid reviews on the Kaiser Mercury, a.k.a. the Kaiser Go Get It. The EMP EDC Pulse OTF. The Quiet Carry Drift L. The Sheepdog Button Lock. And the Towser PEI. All right. Oh, one other one I want to mention real quick. Honorable mention. The Best Tech Man Good Boy. I actually just got this back. Well, actually, I just got this. This is a new one from Best Tech. The one they sent me, I passed around my pass-around group. The button blew out, or the button just like shot out of there or something. It's, I believe, something that's happened before. I think Metal Complex has a video on it. And they just sent me a new one. They said, we fixed that. We went back and went through all the ones that we could and fixed them. Anybody who's had an issue, we replaced them. Hopefully that's the case. If it happened to you, let me know. I hope they took care of you guys. But they took care of me. They just sent a new one. And so it's all about how you respond, right? It's okay to have issues. It's just how you respond. They seem to be responding well. And I do have to say, I love this design. This is my favorite design from Keanu. He's the one who did the Best Tech Glock, which is fine, and it's cool, and it's unique, and I love that. But this design is really, really good. And for like 48 bucks or 50 bucks, this knife is another, like, go get it, you know. It is D2, but it's coated, and it comes in cool colors. So check it out. Best Tech Man, good boy. All right, time for me to shut up. I love you guys. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.